This week on the CoolerCast.
And then all of a sudden, his mom came out and he was like, "Puercos fregados, you're still awake. Go to sleep. It's 3 a.m. And I was like, "But we're not almost done. We're like the last level. We've almost defeated Satan.
Oh my. We're doing this for Jesus.
We're doing God's work."
Hey everybody, welcome to another session of another podcast episode of the CoolerCast. And this is your host, Fyro. And next to me, to my right...
Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Father of Riddles. And I finally updated my Twitter account so that it reflects my proper name. Yay!
Everything
the
makes sense.
Cephi Enigma has finally been laid to rest.
Yeah, so I'm sure we'll confuse the name a couple times.
Yeah, several times.
Probably.
Friddles, I'll just call you Friddles.
Most of y'all do already. Most of my friends.
Father of Friddles.
Yep.
And as well, here is me, Professor Levi Athan. I've come back, you guys.
Yay! He has returned!
We got him back, confirmed for a full session.
Yay.
And last but not least, we have Glux247 sitting over in the back corner. So, we've been recording for a little while. Most of you guys don't know this, but we were having cold conversations just as we test the equipment. And the subject came up about sleepovers because our dear friend Fyro here hasn't had the opportunity to revel in the glory that is. And we were just telling random stories about what happened to us when we were little. But
I don't know why that practice has to end when we become adults.
It does, right?
It doesn't. I mean, we're adults now. We should be able to say, "Hey, I want my friends to come over and spend the night." Actually, I still do that.
Yeah,
I still do that.
I was here like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I still do that. I enjoy having my friends over to my house. I'm like, I have this house, and yes, my family occupies it, but part of my extended family are you guys. And, like, I want you to hang out with you guys, all the time, too. I want you guys to be comfortable and stuff like that. And so...
he loves us, you guys.
Yeah. So, if you guys ever want to come and, we're going to have a guys' night hangout for Fyro over here because he's never experienced that wonderful glory.
So sad.
Yep.
The only problem is... Actually, I was going to say this was the bonus to being an adult and having sleepovers... is that you can drink alcohol.
Yeah.
But Fyro, being the good boy that he is, he doesn't drink.
Well, see,
He'll be the designated sleeper.
Hey.
I didn't say that as a bad thing. I didn't say it was a bad thing. I mean,
I kind of did.
We can get some.
I'm not that good.
Well, see,
duels, non-alcoholic.
Here's the topper. Because he's in the company of friends where he's not going to have to drive, not have to worry about where he needs to be the next morning. We can find out what his tolerance is. Not overbear him. We don't want him to be able to not wake up in the morning. But
Well,
we can learn a little. He can learn a little.
Let's make sure he wakes up with a headache.
And he can learn a little bit more about himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an experience every young man should go through.
I have yet to hit my limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I haven't hit it either. But
Wait a minute, how old are you?
I'm 24.
And you started...
he's got that baby face.
Okay.
Don't be confused with the
No,
baby
no,
face.
I'm just
He's
wondering
been-
how
wait a minute.
long you...
He was born a giant.
I want to
with a
know.
baby
I want to
face.
know what he's thinking.
I'm like,
Continue.
how long have you been,
Drinking since I was 19. I mean, socially mostly than anything. When I turned 21, that's when I could drink by myself.
Good Lord, you
But-
have no idea how ashamed you're making me feel
We
for
here
myself.
at the podcast do not condone underage drinking. Everyone,
Yeah, right.
21.
No. Well, legally,
Hey, it's okay. You know what? I've always been told it's okay if your parent is
Right?
with
Yeah.
you.
Right. If you're with your
I-
Okay,
parents.
so I started drinking when I was like 9.
Right.
I have my TABC license, and by law, I know this by law because I spent 5 hours in front of a stupid computer going over the same murero over and over again. if the
Yeah,
parent
that's
or legal
Spanish.
guardian can see you, then you can drink. If they turn away and you have the beer in your mouth, that's illegal. But as soon as they see you, so if you have a blind parent, you're screwed.
Or if they got that Metal Gear Kona vision.
Yeah, right. So lesson learned is always maintain line of sight.
Exactly.
There you go. So we got to get together and we got to do that one of these, especially since we got Star Wars Episode 7 coming up. We got to do a marathon.
Man.
We got to do a
Oh, my
marathon.
gosh.
You're right. We got shotgun that original trilogy,
Yes, yes.
and then we got to shotgun that other not so original trilogy.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, we
that's
got to do it. I
original.
mean, it's part of the mythos. It's part of the mythos. I mean, I've been hearing a lot of. There's a rumor that Hayden Christensen is going to be partaking in a movie coming up, possibly as a Force ghost.
Force Anakin.
Force Anakin. It might be a vision or a flashback or something, but apparently he's training for some role in Episode 8, and I don't have a problem with this. I really don't have a problem with Hayden Christensen coming back
like
and
an old-
reprising that role.
Maybe like a Clone Wars one-off Anakin story role.
Yeah. I mean, really, the guy didn't get the chance that he really deserved. You know, I mean, everybody gives him a lot of flack for his acting in Episode 2 and Episode 3. But
I
let me
didn't
say,
mind him so much in Episode 3, though.
yeah, I didn't
More
mind
so
him.
in
I didn't,
3.
I didn't mind him in Episode 3. And see, I know what you're saying. I know what you're thinking. Episode 2, he was, kind of annoying. But when you stop and think about it, I mean, here was this kid who was like a loner, for the most of his life. He didn't have a dad, okay? And then he meets this amazingly gorgeous girl, okay, the girl next door, that we all had a little bit more than an appreciation for, okay? So all these...
Thanks, Hubert.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's the only thing he's thinking about is that angel from the stars that he met. So he was this
That
awkward
literally
teen.
fell from the sky and
Yeah.
landed on his home backyard.
Yeah, exactly. So he grew up an awkward teen. And I completely agree. He was obsessed with Padme. That's what I think. He was obsessed with her, and that really was his downfall, was that obsession. So I think the way that Hayden Christensen came out in the movie, how he's that kind of awkward, annoying teen in Part 2, really played that up. And then in Part 3, he became this obsessive, controlling man, and so he played that part really well. I really don't have a problem with him coming back in Episode 8. I'm looking forward to it, actually. It'd be kind of neat to see Hayden Christensen back in form, and now that he's older, he might have more of a presence, in that.
Yeah, I think it's actually good for him that
Yeah.
he's actually coming back. I'd like to see him.
Yeah, and a lot of people are like, I don't know, they don't want him to come back because in Episode 6, the original trilogy, we had the old man Anakin.
Yeah, I remember that.
And yes, at the very end of Episode 6, he was redeemed and he went back to the light side, but he was in his prime as a young man. So, and when you're a Force ghost, you can come back as however you want people to perceive you. You're a ghost with the Force.
Sure.
So, how you come back is not really up to other people, but I guess up to you. So,
You'll
Actually,
see me
it is
how I
up to
want
other
you to see
people.
me. It's like you'll see me how I want you
yeah,
to see me.
exactly.
What I'm telling you is true from a certain point of view.
From a certain point of
It,
view.
it,
yes.
it is actually up to other people, though. It's up to George Lucas, honestly.
No,
Actually,
not
it's not
anymore.
even in his hands
Not
anymore.
Not
Now
anymore.
No.
Now it's
Not
up to more
anymore.
like, I don't know, Kevin Feige. He was more
Kevin
connected,
Feige,
just
yeah.
more connected to the
The Force.
Star Wars. Yeah, the Force than Lucas is now at this point in his life.
All right. So before we go on, several little updates. Well, maybe just one for now. I'm currently uploading, or I'm trying to upload the MP3s onto our newly found host, courtesy of Gilex's. Whatchamacallit?
The Infinity Mugen
yeah,
team.
Infinity
That
Mugen
is
team.
totally my fault. These things should have been on iTunes like weeks ago. I've just been a babby slacker loser because I get home and I'm like, ooh, Destiny.
Destiny.
And
Ooh,
I
Destiny.
have to make
But
a choice.
Destiny.
Oh, look,
my
Destiny.
bandwidth is so slow. It's either upload these files or hop on and do my dailies and try to get some gear. And since TTK dropped,
That's all
and
that
you know what?
anybody's been doing.
And you know what? I think I'm gonna have to do it later because there's so many devices connected right now
Yeah.
that I keep getting
You guys are
disconnected.
eating up my
So
bandwidth.
I can't.
And Time Warner has this crazy thing where
Sponsor.
yeah, maybe they'd give us some more bandwidth. No, they have this crazy thing where they at certain times of the day, really annoying, they
Peak
throttle.
hours. Usually like
Peak hours,
the
they
6 to
throttle.
8 o'clock.
Yeah, and I'm
Time
like,
Warner, the
and you know
power
what?
of you.
You know what's super crazy? They throttle at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Also,
Yep, because people stay up because people stay up watching Netflix. I've been guilty of that, having a cram session, and throw in a season and over a night, and I'm up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not alone because there are apparently because there are many others of us.
This is
watching,
bad for me.
Like Empire or Burn Notice or How to Get Away with Murder or whatever have you. That late at night.
And see, this is bad for me because those are the only hours between 11 o'clock and 2 a.m. are the only times I have for myself because of being a dad and
everything else is asleep.
everything else. And everybody else is asleep between those hours. I'm like, yes, I can do stuff on my own now.
Well, you think everyone's asleep, but honestly, within the neighborhood, everyone's having a sleepover and slumber parties. So,
or you got that guy down the street who just has a rando party and everybody's at his house.
Oh my God, yes. And being this close to Mexico, they're partying all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Like, yo, it ain't even right. Oh man, we were talking about Star Wars.
Yeah. So we were talking about this a little bit earlier because we're all playing TTK right now. Until
half of us are playing TTK.
Yeah.
50% exactly.
This is true. You're making your progress there, but finally. The Star Wars Battlefront beta is coming in 12 days. In 12 days.
By the next time we record this podcast, we'll have already been in a whole day plus.
Yeah, so you can expect a cold reaction.
Definitely expect a cold reaction.
Don't you
expect,
dare
one from
turn
us,
your Xbox off or PlayStation off.
I mean, this is going to be amazing. This beta is going to really tell us whether or not every other game is just going to be shelved for a good while. And actually,
for a good while.
And you know what? Because this is just a beta. The game doesn't come out until November.
Right.
That's only another month from now.
November 11th, I believe.
Is it 11th or 17th?
It's 11th or 18th. One of the two. I think it's 11/11 because another game that we're going to talk about later got canceled and pushed back, and I was like, good, because you're coming up a week after Battlefront.
That
you
ain't
would have
working.
been destroyed.
Yeah, you would have never made any sales. Yeah, so people are going to be playing Battlefront for a long time, and I think really we'll see whether or not this pushes Destiny out of that top slot, because I think right now mostly everybody's either playing TTK or GTA 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
the
GTA 5 has got a pretty strong following, but TTK has been pretty hot right now, and I think Battlefront is going to be the one to undo both of them.
TTK has actually pulled back people that I would have never thought were going to pick it back up again. So
yeah.
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure that Star Wars is probably going to do it. You know why?
Yeah.
Because it's Destiny.
See, now me and Friddles had this conversation earlier. Like, okay, like once Battlefront comes out, everything else gets shelved out. And my counter argument to that is the one fatal flaw that Battlefront has is that it has no actual campaign. It has like single player like mission objectives, but you're still playing the multiplayer aspect of the game. Most of the players that play Destiny don't play in the Crucible. They play for the PvE world. They're doing their patrols, they're doing the story missions, they're running raids, they're leveling up their characters, but they're doing that outside of the Crucible, to the point where some people feel that, oh, well, Destiny, the Crucible is still broken, and then, oh, how come you guys are leaving the Crucible behind? To the point where, like, year 2, there's several exotics that are designed to be gained in Crucible, so if you want those, you actually have to go over there now to get those specific class items. One in particular is the Chaperone. It's an objective where you have to have the last word, which is an exotic pistol, and get kills in the Crucible to move your progression along to the next phase. And some things with the sword, you have to go get story kills, and then you gotta go get kills in the Crucible to get your exotic swords. So they're making PvP more crucial to getting items that you want to have for your overall character. So I can see that when Battlefront comes out, because it's Star Wars, everybody's going to pick it up, and that's a given. That's a thing that's just not going to happen. But over the course of time, I can see the people who prefer to have story environment eventually migrating back to Destiny, and so it'll be a mix of back. They'll be going back and forth, like me. I'll be going back and forth. When my friends aren't online playing Battlefront, I'll be playing Destiny.
And my counter argument to that is they haven't released all of the content that's going to be available for Battlefront. Of course, they've showed us several very interesting game modes, but they haven't released everything yet. So there might be something that that compels us to just play Battlefront. And on top of that, the other thing is you are online when the majority of us are online at the same time, and I think the majority of us are going to be playing Battlefront.
Right,
Oh,
but I'm also online when there's certain sections, those Friday nights, Saturday nights, and like, hey, what's going on? Where all the guys are at? Oh, they're out having like actual lives and stuff and whatnot. And I'm just sitting here
playing
with my
Destiny.
control playing Destiny. So I mean, during those times, I'll be hopping on Destiny, or the gang will be, hey, we're getting online at 7:00, and I'm home at 5:30. Okay, let me go do a daily real quick while I'm waiting for them to hop in. That kind of thing.
I just want to add to Fredo's argument that when the first 2 Battlefronts came out, there was no DLC extra stuff you could put on it. Not like there is now. So
that's true too.
Actually, you know what? I remember Battlefront being one of the first DLC games that I had ever seen, between that and Halo 2, because Halo 2 had the map packs, and Battlefront had the pack where you can get Kit Fisto, because he wasn't in it, Asura Ventress, the Sith chick, she wasn't in it. Back when she had lightsaber nunchucks, they're called link sabers.
Yeah.
The Jedi Temple was a DLC map. Hut's Palace was a DLC map. One of the ice planets was a DLC map. And then they didn't cost a lot, but they weren't like pre-thought up before the game was finished. Like, the game was out, and then maybe like a year and a half later, oh hey, now we have DLC for this game. Back when DLC was done right.
Yeah.
Not we're gonna build a
Not
game and we're
cash
selling you the DLC before the game's even in
We're
production.
piecing the
Legos.
whole game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, even taking that into account, DLC now is a lot different from DLC then. And even if they push out a full game, they have, instead of doing it in pieces like the dreaded one game with the big old monster,
Evolve.
Ugh.
And so we're not getting into that right now. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is that the game itself might be exactly what it had before, and then even what they're showing us now. On top of that, a story mode that just blows us away. And even if there isn't, they could always add it later and make it
saying
even
that-
better.
And this is what we were talking about. If somebody would just make a game a Star Wars game that plays like Destiny,
Everybody, all the AAA developers, and would lose their
done.
jobs.
All your base
it
are
would be
belong
as
to
if
us.
You hear the millions of voices of AAA developers cry out, and then we're suddenly silent because that's exactly what would happen. There were
Shouts into the
Call
void.
of Duty would die, Halo would die, Medal of Honor would die,
Destiny
everything would be
would die.
dead
That is the
because
Death
it would be
Star of
Star
the
Wars.
video game industry, huh?
I mean, that would be
It would be the game.
Now-
who plays video games doesn't like Star Wars? I can't think of anybody who's in that mind share.
I'm sure I can't think of anybody myself.
I
either,
can't
but,
think of
you know,
anybody, but
there's-
I'm pretty sure they exist.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they exist.
Come on.
But
They're few and far between.
They're few and far between. I mean, Star Wars is the biggest story of our past several generations, and it's going to continue that way for several generations after us. Now, I was thinking, you know, they have Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't ended other PC games,
right?
You know,
but again, it doesn't play like Destiny does.
Not exactly.
It's got that,
no,
it's the third person. It still has kind of advanced Dungeons and Dragons mechanics to it. But if you took that and dropped them in and say, okay, hey, here's your first person, and you're doing everything direct interaction. Okay, yeah, when you hit targets, you still get a number rolling, but the numbers are consistent because that's what your weapon is doing, and it's not chance rolling.
Mm-hmm.
that would just push it above and beyond. Like he had mentioned before earlier, DLCs where you just go to other worlds and just explore. I mean, that'd be it.
That'd be it. That would be it. I mean, I would be so down for that. Where we get a game like Destiny where they give us 4 or 5 worlds to explore, and then later on in a DLC we explore the Outer Rim, we explore the Hoth system, the Dagobah system, different places that we've been to in the Star Wars mythos. That would be amazing. I mean, and they could charge $60 and I'd be dishing it out.
They could charge $60 a year.
Yeah.
And I would be dishing it out.
I mean, I got a little salty when Destiny was, when, Bungie was charging us $60 for the Taken King. I was like, no. And then I heard about you get $20 off when you trade in your old one. I was like, okay, fine. I caved in. But Star Wars, they could charge $60 a year for that, and I'd be.
I'm like, EA, if we've ever been happy and promoted a scummy business tactic, this is the one.
Yeah, we are giving you the green light. We're giving you the okay.
The wallets are open and ready to just unleash the floodgates of money that you can be swimming in, Scrooge McDuck style.
And I don't see why Disney wouldn't want to condone something like that, because they got to make money back. And they're going to make, their percentage off of these game sales.
And I think that's where the issue lies. Is you make that end all be all game, you've killed your future, because you can't make other games because none of them are going to compare to that one.
Wait, see, that's what we're talking about, the proper use of DLC. You wouldn't have to worry about making a new game. You just keep building on this game. You just keep building on it. And will later consoles come out with better graphics? Fine. You just save your account and port your account to the next console or whatever.
Man, if there's one thing that Destiny got right, it's definitely that.
Yeah,
everything is saved to an account, because
the cloud,
the cloud sees all and knows all, and the cloud is forgiving. Because let's face it, the next version of games that come out need to. And as much as I hate to say it, we need to abandon the last gen consoles. They need to go away.
It's time.
It's time
to put them in the old folks' home and forget about them there.
You've got games that you're saying you're going to release and then decide to cancel. Like Mortal Kombat X was supposed to have a 360 and a PS3 release, and then they're just like, you know what? Nope, not enough money in it. We canceled it. We're not going to make it. When you've got games that are releasing on both platforms and one platform is just completely missing something because they can't handle, like COD Blobs 3. COD Blobs is Call of Duty Black Ops, but I don't know the way it says. Call of Duty Black Ops isn't going to be on the 360 and PS4 or PS3. Won't be shipping with the campaign at all. It'll just be multiplayer.
Yeah.
Whereas your PS4 and Xbox One are getting the full experience. It's because you're holding back progression. Yeah. I can't imagine what Destiny could do if it didn't have to worry about being the same on both platforms.
Right.
I mean, they've had to make compromises where last year when they give you the ability to cross-compare your weapons and then to increase the vault space. On
increase the vault space.
They had to take
We might be able
option.
to read the Grimoire cards in-game.
Oh. What if that is that's the outlier?
Or Nolan could be reading, the Grimoire cards.
That's what I want. I want somebody to just read to me Grimoire cards.
That would be awesome.
I mean, it probably costs a whole lot of money because you'd have even if you just had one person just reading, you got to pay that person per word.
Yeah.
For the whole thing, which is the whole reason why they're...
Yeah, but they made a bunch of money. They can afford it.
Yeah, well, apparently not enough money because they're fixing to go on strike.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, you got a job, okay? You got a job. Yeah. And all you have to do is read, okay?
Going back to the Star Wars thing and just what great a game it could be, they should really... I really believe they should invest in making it a great game, because of the possibility of synergy with everything else that's going on Star Wars related. I mean, you have the game, and then you have the movies, and then you have the theme park too. Like all of that, just when you build that hype, it'll be like when the original Star Wars came out. It'll be everything that everyone is talking about in every aspect. You have the movies, you have the video games, you have the vacations. Like just so many possibilities of just taking over everything. You know.
It all comes together right now in this galaxy. Not a long time ago and far away.
And not so
right
far
here.
away.
Right here, right now.
Right here.
We're how many weeks now? We're like, what, six podcasts away from
Yeah.
Force Awakens?
Yeah. I think let's see, we were at 14 Fridays. Did I say 14 Fridays?
Probably.
Last time?
14 Fridays.
Yeah, so I think we're at least 12 Fridays now. We're at 12 Fridays from now. Oh my god! Oh my god!
The hype can't be contained.
I know,
No,
it really
it cannot.
can't. It really can't.
It's like first the movie, now a bunch of comics, and now the game.
Yep.
There's just too much for you to just bear alone.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And then the new action figures. Oh my god, I got to talk about these action figures.
Yeah.
And,
I'm sorry, all your wife is getting us a movie.
Yeah. I'm an adult man. I still enjoy collecting action figures. Okay, I collect several from now and then. But
You're an adult chronologically.
Yeah. Chronologically.
Hey, we may think we're immature until we hang around with other teenagers and they say, "Wow, yeah, I'm an adult." So an adult.
Such an adult. Take a sip of my fancy beer.
What have you been doing?
I was at the store the other day and I was browsing through the aisles and one of the great things about being dad is being able to walk down the aisles of children's toys and not
Legally.
being not being looked at weird, right? Okay. And so I was looking for a toy for my daughter and I love buying her toys even though she would prefer to play with
the box.
Yeah.
Toy came in.
Yeah, seriously.
Like a cat.
But I was walking through looking at the Star Wars stuff, and I was looking at the Black Series action figures for Star Wars, which is supposed to be the top tier action figures. They're supposed to have the best articulation and the best modeling.
Because once you go black, you never go back.
Exactly. And I mean, they had some great. Their last few waves have had some great sculpts and some good action figures. But I was looking at it, and I was like, all right, these look nice. And then I look at the price, $12.93 for a 3 3/4 inch action figure.
Yep.
$12.
That's probably
$93.
Actually a good deal for the Black Series.
What, $12.93?
That I have to work for an entire hour in order to pay for that action
This
figure.
guy, I have to work like 2 hours, okay? So
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is ridiculous.
like you haven't spent that much on like a meal. Come
Like,
on.
it's
yes,
not,
but
it's
that's
not
a
even.
meal.
It's,
You're consuming food for calories so you can live. That's a different story.
it's not even in the Amiibo though either.
Exactly.
Or is it?
Oh my gosh! I was like $12.93 for these things. I remember back in the day when these things were like $5.75 or something, $6. I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. I might as well just dish out the $20 for the I think it's 12-inch Black Series action figures that they got. I really want that Captain Phasma and the which is the other one I want? Oh, and the First Order Stormtrooper. I really want to put those on my shelf.
Let me ask something real quick because I never had new action figures. It was like, let's go to the flea markets or let's go to like the garage sales and see what we can pick up there.
No, man, don't paint me. Don't paint me like that, man. Don't paint me like that.
Hold on, Fyro. Did you ever have like brand new action figures straight at? I've been to Toys R Us like 3 times in my life.
Ah, gosh, Well, I think you're trying to paint me in a certain way. I don't remember much of my childhood.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
He was blacked out.
Have you ever seen what was that? The George Lopez show.
Riddler's a heck of a drug, man.
You remember the George Lopez show? Where there was this one episode where they asked him, didn't you have a childhood? Don't you remember anything? He's like, nah, man, I just blacked out most of the time. Like that. That's essentially what happened to me.
Look, man,
I feel you.
Look, I look, I'm not one of those people that had everything from Toys R Us either, man. Okay, I grew up in the South Side of Chicago.
Yeah, bro.
In a women's shelter.
you-
Okay,
You hit up that KB Toys every now
Yeah.
and then, man.
Chicago.
every now and then, okay, I got a new toy. But once I got a job, I was an adult and I could buy my action figures. I went and bought my action figures,
Yeah,
then, because I could afford them.
But
You
see,
make
I
up for
still-
it in the elder years.
I still
what?
have that. I still have that ingrained feeling of like my parents, just me being a little kid. My parents looking at me saying, "That's a waste of money. You're not even gonna play with it." And I'm like, "Okay, fine." Like every time I look at something I want, I was like, "But Mama."
Don't let them kill your dream. If that toy makes you happy, go and get it, man. Go and get the toy. I still play with my action figures,
Yeah, there's a
and now I have an even greater excuse because I'm playing with my daughter now. You know,
Right.
I got to start collecting for my future children."
exactly.
That's what I got.
I have
exactly.
I
They're all
have
hers now.
two Mega Man, not Mega Man, Zero action figures. One of them still wrapped in its box, and some guy, I don't remember who it was. This was a couple of years ago. Wanted to buy it for $60,
Yeah.
Mm.
and I bought it for $5.
Was it a Bandai?
No.
Jazzware?
I can't remember what it was. I have to look at it. I have to go back and look
It's
at
like
it again.
it's a 3-inch, 4-inch.
Yeah, it's like a
Dude, one of my
5-inch. I
It
think
might have been one of the Bandais from the X3 series or one of the Jazzwares. We were at Comics Unlimited this past Friday,
yes.
and we walk in, and the first thing I see is the Z-Arts, the D-Arts Zero version 2. It's his X4 arm with the shoulder pads and the buster and the sword, and I was like, "Oh, that's such a smexy figure."
It really
if I
was.
buy this, Fyro will kill me.
Yeah.
He will kill me. He will steal it. He will move to Mexico just to get away because I'm like, it's already bad enough that I have a laminate wall print of Mega Man Volnut on my wall.
really.
so
Which
much
is-
envy.
Which is one of his favorite series.
Yeah.
If I bought a Zero, I'd be a dead man.
Just a
because
note
the X
for
series
all
is
the
his
people
favorite
who
one.
can't see this.
Yeah.
Fyro is looking deadly at G right now. If
Very
looks
much
could
so.
kill.
If looks could kill.
It was
I would've been
really cool.
Z-Saber
I think
in the
what
chest.
was it like $40?
$40.
Yeah, it was like $40.
Three different faces, 2 different swords.
And see,
the
you should
standing
be
sword
thanking
and
me.
the wave and the stand.
You should
fully
be thanking me,
posable.
Fyro, because I convinced him to spend his $40 elsewhere.
Well,
Oh
alright.
yeah, that's right.
Game
We
night's
didn't-
coming back.
We didn't come out of there empty-handed.
No, we didn't. Game night is coming back, and it's going to come back with a bang. I was able to talk down the store owner there. I was able to strike a deal with him. Got Star Wars Imperial Assault, which is a tabletop game by Fantasy Flight that I had been having my eye on for several months and been wanting to get it.
Almost a year now. Yeah,
Yeah, about a year.
it was expensive though.
Super expensive. Like over $100. Got it down for $80 flat. Thanks a lot.
I mean, it would have been like 100 plus shipping and handling,
Plus shipping and
and
handling.
it had to be in stock, which it never was.
Yeah. So I was like, oh yes. I mean, he's had only that one box on the shelf for several months, close to a year, and that's why I told him, I say, hey man, it's been here for several months.
Like it's not moving.
It's not moving.
Let us move it for you.
Yeah. So I got it down. I got it for $80 flat. We went halvesies on it. Anybody that participates in game night who would like to make a small donation to the continual purchasing of tabletop games, we will gladly accept.
Yeah, because they also have Invasion of Planet Earth.
Yes.
And Invasion of the Planet Earth is another a Flying Frogs game.
Yeah.
But it's compatible with Last Night on Earth.
Yeah.
Directly compatible. So like we've been fiending on wanting to play Last Night on Earth for like forever and a
Yeah.
day. So if we get the Alien package that just goes with that game,
Yep.
dude.
Because I've been wanting to make a custom version of Last Night on Earth that involves Doctor Who. I mean, it would play out so well. The way
Last
the
Night
way
on
that
Gallifrey.
way that board game plays is amazing. I love Last Night on Earth. I love the mechanics in that game.
It's fantastic mechanics.
It's fantastic mechanics. I'm not crazy about The Living Dead being the theme, hence why the outer space version is pretty cool. But I really, really still want to make that Doctor Who version. I think that would be
Daleks,
amazing.
man. Done.
Daleks. Yeah.
Cybermen.
Daleks and Cybermen.
Done. Absolutely done.
You could be
Yeah.
having so many different episodes.
What are we
You could
talking
reenact
about?
so many different episodes with that. It would be fantastic. And you have all the companions, all the different doctors as playable characters.
K9.
It's amazing. You could be
K9, man.
K9.
You know it, dude.
Oh, Betsy!
K9.
Oh my god!
Ah,
Oh
forever.
my god!
The
That
best
was
sidekick dog
amazing.
ever.
That stupid mutt.
The best supporting character ever.
To you guys, every time I used it, she never did nothing.
Okay, well, he wasn't the best robotic character though. That has to go to Handles. Do you guys remember
Yes.
Handles?
Of course, Handles.
I love
man.
Handles.
Heartbreak, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, Handles would be a supporting character also in the
Handles.
totally.
Handles. Handles, wake up.
The
He
Doctor's
finally-
Wilson.
You finally reminded him right before he passed
Information.
out.
Yeah.
Man.
If anyone's interested, that episode is on Netflix.
Yes, it is. Is the season 13 up on Netflix yet?
I don't know
I
if
got
it-
some catching up to do.
The first
because it's
season
back
of
already.
the 12th Doctor is up.
Okay, good.
Yeah. The first episode for this newest season is already on demand. So it was. They dropped a name in there.
No,
and it was
way.
like,
Oh, I heard about that name, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
oh my god, seriously? Oh my gosh. I'm like, you had to start off this new season with a bang. And already I was when you finally see the Doctor come out and he's there shredding on his axe, I was like, oh, this is amazing. Peter Capaldi shredding was amazing, okay? And then they drop a name at the end, or actually during the show, they drop this name, and seasoned veterans of Doctor Who will recognize the name.
Oh yeah, but
immediately.
see, they ruined it for me. I saw it on Tumblr, and I was like, "What? What is this GIF? What is this GIF?" I already know too much.
Yeah,
with just one word.
No, see, I wouldn't. You got to stay off the Tumblr, man. You got to stay off the Tumblr. It was
Yeah.
good. You need to catch up,
it's-
man.
I do. I have so much to catch up
You
on.
really do.
Gotham Uprising started season
Yep.
2.
Yeah.
Season 1 now on Netflix. Thank you, Netflix, for sponsoring the show.
Season 1 now on Netflix. Heroes Reborn started this week.
Oh, it already. I
Yeah.
missed it. When was it? Last night.
Wednesday.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah.
And someone at work told me about it, and they're like, "It's gonna be tonight." And I was like, "Yes!" And I forgot.
Blind Spot.
killed Claire.
No, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. He
What?
doesn't know if he's
They
dead or
killed
not.
What did they
off.
do? What
They killed her off.
It hasn't been confirmed yet. The dad Noah, the man with the hormone glasses, isn't sure if
HRD.
she is or not. But I mean, the series is set 5 years from the end of season 4 of Heroes.
Let's
Yeah.
kill the immortal one.
Because
Well,
the
She's
whole,
a country singer now.
Oh, yeah, she's on Nashville.
She's
So
on
it's like,
Nashville.
well,
No, she's not a country singer. She's a make-believe country singer on
Okay,
another show.
no, that girl is a
she's-
country singer.
Well, she's really a 18-year-old trying to survive a night
Yeah.
up in Canada because
That until dawn.
until dawn.
Until dawn, yeah. No, oh my gosh, she's amazing in Nashville. I love Nashville. That's one of my secret
Yeah,
passions
like
there.
me and my
Dirty
I'm waiting for that
secret.
to come back.
me and BK were having this conversation. I was like, "Oh yeah, you saw Heroes last night?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I don't think you think Hayden Panettiere is gonna be back on the show?" I'm like, "I don't know. She's on Nashville right now. Like, do you think she would just like stop doing Nashville to film Heroes at the same time?" Like,
She's gonna get shot
she
in
just had a
Nashville.
baby recently too.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Like she's gonna get
kinda
shot.
busy.
She just
I
had a
know it.
baby.
I
Yeah.
know it. She's
She's
gonna get
kinda busy.
shot in Nashville, and then she's gonna regenerate.
She's a doctor.
She's really Jenny. The next
She's really-
interpretation.
Oh my god, she's the doctor's daughter. Amazing. Oh, that's
Yeah, but like
amazing.
the whole premise of Heroes Reborn is like there's this group of people that are going around killing. They're called what are they called? They gave them a name. They're not like the others, but not powers or the gifted or something.
Mm-hmm.
But there's an organization going around taking these people out that have this power because they're afraid of them because people would be.
So it's season 2 all over again.
The typical like X-Men
Yeah.
thing. Oh, they have powers. They're the ones that are bad. We need to get rid of them to protect the human race.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So they're like people with powers are being hunted down.
Oh, that's like an extreme version of the Incredibles. Then,
Yeah.
yeah, which coincidentally is what Powers, which is on Sony
Right.
PlayStation, is actually about. Them killing powered and killing them off and stuff like that.
Imagine though if that was a video game, but like the other way, like you were the government trying to kill people with powers.
You would be getting game over all the time.
All the time. Unless you had
the whole infinite continues. Yeah, you're gonna need those.
Yeah. Throw the whole human race at them. Die one after the other.
Hey, you know what? I read something today. Fyro, this might interest you. You're a fan of Minecraft, correct?
Yes, sir. I enjoy Minecraft quite a bit.
Currently doing Let's Plays for Minecraft, correct?
That's correct, yes.
What do you think about boats?
Boats.
Mm-hmm.
They're fiddle, like, hard to control sometimes.
Pretty bad, right?
Yeah.
Well, somebody had written a Reddit article about complaining about the boats. It was like, boats don't behave yeah, we're playing a video game, but why is it so hard to try to dock a boat without having a boat crash into something? He's like, I've been whitewater rafting using that's just basically fiberglass and strength and a prayer. And I crash up against rocks constantly, and this thing is fine. And here I go and build a boat made of solid wood oak, and I clip a lily pad and my boat falls apart. Or if a chicken happens to be or a duck, we don't know. If one of those birds happens to come across the water and it catches this corner, and bam, my boat just falls apart. And why is it when I try to jump out of the boat, it kicks off into the distance and just runs away? So
and I have to swim endlessly.
And so by the time I try to catch up to it, I've already crossed where I wanted to go. Why do I even bother building a boat?
Because it's better than riding a pig.
Oh,
well,
So-
unless you have the fishing rod with a carrot, you can control it.
yes,
I stopped playing a year ago. I wasn't there for that update.
So I bring this up because the mobile version of Minecraft has a different boat.
Mm-hmm.
It's a stronger boat. It doesn't dismantle on impact. It has room for 2 people to sit in it.
Wow.
And it has oars, so you can actually drive and like you're actually rowing
Does
the boat.
it
as you're
come
going
with
along.
swans in the back to go down the tunnel of love?
I don't know about all that, but I'm like, well, if the mobile version of this has cool boats, it has to come to a point where eventually we're gonna get better boats, probably in the Microsoft 10 version of Minecraft. So
Boats.
be on the lookout for those of you who play Minecraft. Be on the lookout for better boats. Better boats are coming. There'll be reasons to build them again.
Yeah, not like I'll be using a whole lot of boats. Well, maybe if I have to cross the ocean.
Well, yeah, well, you haven't explored your role yet. That too far. So
No, I really haven't. I did get to the Nether, and I had a pretty bad welcoming party waiting for me on the other side.
If you do not pop into the nether correctly, you're gonna have a bad time.
You know, speaking of Minecraft, I was going to bring this up to you because you're a big Studio Ghibli fan.
yeah,
Somebody built the floating fortress.
yeah.
And it looked
really good.
It looked really good, man. I didn't know if
really
you saw
good.
that or not. I was like, wow.
Did you just build castle in the sky? He totally built castle in the sky. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Hey,
want
man.
to go to there.
I'm like, somebody, like, yeah. Dude.
I was on a server where they built Hogwarts. It was
I believe
huge. It took forever to get from one side to the other.
I don't play. I played Minecraft for like 15 minutes and I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Oh man!
But I
know.
I want to go and explore. Somebody built Minas Tirith. From Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
I would love to go explore that. That was a real labor of love.
There is a
man.
Pokemon plugin. They're called Pixelmon or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen it.
And they also had a server where it's just Pallet Town. All of it. All of Pallet Town.
Nice.
And it looked legit.
It
Like, I was
looked-
like, whoa.
It looked pretty
Check
awesome.
that out.
Yeah, I remember.
Awesome.
Like you could actually do. I think you could actually do battles. And that one.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think you were able to, if I remember.
Huh? What do you know? After the MMO, the Pokemon MMO you want to play, you have to play it on Minecraft.
No, there's actually.
Well, you could all-
There's a Pokemon MMO out there.
There is a Pokemon MMO.
You have not watched my channel, have you? You have.
Pokemon.
Have you seen my channels? You would have seen me play a Pokemon MMO.
What about
We're too
Pokken?
busy playing Destiny.
Yeah,
Dude, I started this way before Destiny.
Dude, wait. What about Pokken? Have you heard of Pokken?
yeah.
No,
It's
no.
coming to Wii U.
It's coming to Wii
It's coming to
U.
Wii U.
Oh,
Which
really?
we're gonna have to play on your Wii U
Yeah.
because I did a bad thing.
Don't
Yeah.
tell me.
I sold my Wii U.
Oh, I was gonna buy it from you.
Oh, you were.
I was.
Oh,
I was gonna ask you today.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
That's all that remains, and
That's
and
it.
those are mine.
And those are his.
Because I lent them to him.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's all I
How
got.
much did you sell it for?
$300. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I sold the following. I sold a couple more games. I gave him Super Mario Brothers and Super Luigi Bros. That came with the game, and then I sold Mario Kart 8 and Smash for an additional $60 to him.
But the true question: did it go to a good home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
It was a dad looking to get something for his daughter's birthday. I'm pretty sure he spent the last couple $100 in his bank account.
Oh,
That's that heartbreak story. Right
Yeah.
there.
But
shout out to that guy.
yeah, I didn't feel bad taking it from him because really the reason why I sold it is because I was so salty about not getting that Bowser Jr. amiibo. I was like, that was the breaking straw. I was so fed up with not being able to get my hands on one of them. And I was calling Toys R Us, and the closest Toys R Us is like 70 miles from
About
us.
an hour away.
Question: would
Another?
you get mad if I told you I had one? I've had one since it came out.
How did you get a Bowser Jr.? Did you go stand in line for one?
I'm just saying, if
Is
I
that
said
that
I don't
one
actually
day?
have one, but if I said I did,
Oh my gosh!
I would have choked
Wow.
so hard right now. I'm actually going to choke you after this.
It's like,
After this.
you-
Go ahead, cut it. Cut this podcast real quick.
You think
oh God, I wish this was a video podcast because the look on his face was just priceless.
I mean, like,
this is what
you
the
heard
earlier-
us. We went stone cold quiet. Like,
Yeah. And no,
I
see,
don't know what's
earlier,
gonna happen here.
earlier I wanted to make this. I wanted to mention to the chat that I'm thinking about making a live broadcast as we record, and
that would have been perfect.
that would have been perfect.
Like, whoa.
you-
Like, you finna get killed.
You guys, look, everyone out there in the podcast world, you don't understand just the faces, the genuine excitement and sadness and emotions that we go through when we're here. Like, if you're here, you can see it on their face as they're talking about this. It's just like it lights up or it darkens or it just, oh my goodness, you guys need to
This
see
one
this.
is willing to burn bridges for
Yeah.
that moment.
Yeah.
We had a conversation
would.
earlier where he was like, if you're familiar with the handshake jellyfish, you better go for the jellyfish and you back it off. He has this triple technique that he gets. That
Oh,
he has.
yeah,
He's
the
like, if I ever get to
trifecta.
use it, I'm going to use it. I'm like, and that person will never like approach you, say hello to you, shake your hand ever again. He's like, yeah, it burns the bridge, but that one moment is worth the
Oh, it
entire
is so
lifetime
worth it.
of
It is so worth
non-regret.
it. And it only works once on a person, and anyone who's watching, honestly. I did it to someone at work, the trifecta, and it was amazing. And she was mad for a while, and then she went, and the next day she was all excited to see me. And I was like, what's going on? And she's like, I did it to my son.
Oh,
He's 8 years old. Oh my God. And I was like, how did that turn out? He hates me. He's not talking to me. But it was worth it. And I was like, I know, right?
we're gonna come to the office on Monday and it's been like, we are sorry to report that there has been a death in the office staff.
Oh my god!
And he's gonna be sitting there with this morbid look on his
What
face.
have I done?
But in the back of the head, he's gonna be like, still.
Oh, and then
that small voice going, no regrets, no regrets,
no regrets.
He's got it tattooed on
Was
his chest.
double
no
A.
regrets.
Oh, no. And then she came back like a few days later. My son's talking to me again. I was like, what happened? He did it to someone at school.
Oh, jeez. The cycle of violence continues.
It's like the movie.
It's like Seven.
What was that? Yes. You gotta have someone else
You
watch
gotta have
it.
something to pass it on to.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness!
So yeah, boats are coming into Minecraft possibly, and in the Windows 10 version. Also, what's also coming to Minecraft, you remember back when Zuckerberg and Facebook bought Oculus?
Yeah.
And Notch was like, okay, yeah, no, they own that now, I'm out.
Done.
So now Notch no longer owns Mojang because Mojang was bought by Microsoft.
Right.
And so they just announced a couple of days ago, yeah, it's back on. Oculus is going to get, Minecraft is going to get the Oculus experience.
He really didn't want the money. He didn't want the money. I mean, granted, the guy's got boatloads of it.
I mean,
Yeah, as long as the boats don't break.
The boats don't break. Yeah.
We're talking about who, Mark or
Notch.
Notch?
The creator.
Well, his name is Mark too. Marcus Pearson.
Oh, yeah. I remember when I started playing Minecraft when it was in alpha, like way back in the day. I remember the release date was 11/11/11, and I already been playing for like a year and a half.
Wow.
And it was just, oh my god, it was so good. And then this update came out, and that update, and then with red dust, and it was just like, oh,
That gate switches, man. That
The gate
changed
switch-
everything.
gate switches,
The
and then
the traps abounded.
yes, and then when they came out with the anvil, I was like, I'm out. I'm out. I love the
reforging.
alpha. I was a big fan of the alpha and just the basicness of it, and you can still play it like that. But then when you try to play with other people and they're like super complicated and they got like all these different things, and it's like
Because Minecraft can get super complicated unless you're playing story mode.
Yeah.
Which Minecraft itself doesn't have a story mode. But
Single
now
player survival.
Telltale's Minecraft story mode is coming out like Wednesday on the 1st.
the first.
Ain't that right, Fyro? That's when it's coming out. Minecraft story mode is coming out next week.
I want to say that it does. I really want to apologize. I haven't been paying too much attention.
That's what he does. We get together. This is why he wouldn't get to go and come over to our slumber parties, because he wouldn't pay attention to anything that was going on. He'd be in his own little world.
I'm sorry. That's
I bet you he was just like what was the name of that kid in that the Meet the Robinsons? And the kid, everybody was trying to say hi to him, and he
just
grew
was
up
like,
he ignored everybody. Just ignored everybody.
Lucas, right?
Huh?
Was it Lucas?
I can't remember the name, but he grows up to be a villain because supposedly the kids treated him
Right,
wrong
yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
And he's like, "Hey man, how you doing? You want to come to
And
my
he's
house?"
just like, ignoring him.
wanted to be my friend.
wow.
That's Frank. He's gonna be a villain.
The
when he
stupidest
grows up.
flashbacks. Again,
got the
if
evil
this
monkey.
were a video podcast,
Yeah.
it would be so
He's
much
got
better.
the evil monkey thing going on now.
Well, you call me by my name.
Oh,
Right.
No, but no. There's actually no date. It just says due on October. It just says
Well, October.
It's like
all
a
it says.
baby.
October's next week.
Yeah, I know.
It's like a baby. It's due in October sometime.
Sometime in October, we don't know. It's just gonna
Sometime
pop.
in October.
Yeah.
No, it's not in October.
No, it's just that I've been trying out this pencil test of a visual novel game that's coming out for Mega Tokyo. And
Oh, yeah. How
that's
did that
finally
turn
one of the
out?
Kickstarter projects that I backed out. I backed up
Sometime last year.
sometime last year, and he's just coming out with a pencil
You know-
test. And he put up a torrent for us to download what he's got so far, and I'm liking it so far. I mean, it's going along with what the story's got, and additional information to the story that he couldn't add in the book.
Cool.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Are we gonna get any end game stuff attached to it?
I
Like
do.
side stories for end games?
Yeah, I think he was adding to that too. I'd have to check up on that. But right now, all he's got is to where Peter first meets Seraphim, and that's just up to there.
I've only ever backed one Kickstarter in my life, honestly, and it's for Bimorphin.
Yes, yes, he's one of my backers. I appreciate it so very much.
If anyone, there's going to be a link somewhere. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's going to be a link. There should
It's
be
going to be in the description.
in the
It'll
description.
be on YouTube. It'll be on Twitter. Yeah.
Oh, you know what we discovered last week?
Mm.
He has a German friend backer.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was actually my first backer.
Hans is real, bro.
It's real.
Hans is so real.
So, I'm like, whoa! I'm like, who backed it up? I was like, Germany. Wow.
He said he's like we were in the cafeteria at work. He said Germany, and my eyes lit up. I was like, "Huh?" I'm like, oh my god!
It does say ships only to the USA though, and he's like 9.
No,
Nine is plenty. 9 is no.
Dude, that is the best line I've ever heard in Kim Possible. Seriously.
Oh yes. How many? Do you have any daughters that I
have
can
some
date?
readers that are from Brazil, and I'm guessing from Germany.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I'm willing. If they want the book, I'm willing to ship it out over to wherever it needs to go.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. Send it out. I don't know. Was he one of the backers that gets to be a supporting character?
No. I think
I'd make him a supporting character anyway.
Yeah, right? Just cause.
Just like in the what is the green suspender thingy?
Yeah. And the Lederhosen.
There we go.
I was just like, get out of here. I'm like, we've been making this guy up the whole time. He's been sitting there going, he's telling his friends, yo, it's me.
Wait. He wasn't real?
9.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Oh,
God. My first backer was fake.
Oh man, so
we created Hans to make you feel better.
we made it hard to make us feel better. Like, let's be honest here.
There's no. It's completely for selfish reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, so earlier we were talking about how Battlefront is coming out.
Yeah.
Sometime the 11th or the 18th. It's November 11th because initially Star Fox Zero was supposed to come out on the 17th that next week.
Oh, right.
But now Star Fox Zero got delayed to Q1 2016. You know, please understand. Thank you, miss you, Sakurai, because that's what you would say. Oh no, Iwata, because that's what you would say. Please understand.
Battlefront is the only.
I was just
reason
like,
I'm buying PlayStation.
I'm actually not disappointed that they pushed that game back because in the back of my head I was like, Battlefront would destroy.
Battlefront's going to destroy everything.
Battlefront,
out in November.
It would.
Everything that week. It would not have a chance to get
No
anything.
movie, no nothing.
So I'm like, okay, sure, delay it, and they're like, it's not being delayed too far. We're going Q1 2016. Just keep up up to date, and just we'll let you know what's going on. Nintendo finally got a new president. The old president of the Nintendo of America before Reggie Fils-Aimé is now the president for Nintendo Japan. So he's not the global president. Hasn't stated, or he came out and said, no, we don't plan on changing anything that Iwata set in motion. We're still focusing on creating games and content that people are going to enjoy. They confirmed that they're going to be bringing back the Nintendo Direct, so those aren't going to get stopped just because Iwata's no longer around. They don't know who's going to be doing them per se,
right?
But there's been a lot of structural changes going on with Nintendo, and some of them are actually visible. If you go to Walmart or places where they have merchandise behind glass, the Nintendo Wii section and the 3DS section have been merged together, and now it's just a Nintendo section. Mm-hmm. They've merged their two development teams, the Wii U team and the 3DS team, have been merged into one development team. And there's been a lot of patents that's been coming out lately about future things that they've been putting patents on.
Yeah,
like adjustable shoulder buttons, something that has a display with no CD drive on it. So it's like, so Nintendo's up to something. We just don't know what that something is. I mean, we know they're working on something that's called NX, but people haven't been able to confirm if it's going to be something that's going to work with Wii U, or if it's going to be a console system. Is it going to be something akin to what was like the old Sega Channel? Because if anybody's in the position to do something like that, like a Netflix version for video games, it would be Nintendo, like for sure. Because they already have the library connection set for everything, so they just need to move forward with it. Sonic Boom, Fire and Ice got delayed to 2016, which is crazy because Sega's never ever delayed a video game for any reason. So like Sega's trying to make good on their promise that we failed our fans and we're trying to be better. Yeah. So people are starting to shape up and
own up to their mistakes.
Yeah,
that's
set
good.
that dang blasted Mighty Number 9, man.
Yeah.
They have a mighty lead.
The demo's out, and the game's going to drop February 6th.
But,
I mean,
wasn't
how
the
do
demo?
I get this demo though?
Yeah.
You guys didn't get the email?
I checked the humble bundle website.
No,
It's not there.
You don't. It's on Steam, bro. It's delivered through Steam. The download is for to log in to download it. It's you use your Humble Bundle account or whatever you logged in. Whatever you logged in to Kickstarter with. I think it was.
Okay.
Where's my?
So I'm thinking, I was like, I don't have a Humble Bundle except for that one time I bought that Star Wars pack. Yeah.
Oh my god!
All those games,
I
dude.
haven't played all of them yet.
Would you guys
my
get?
gosh.
I played a couple. I
played
fired up
some.
a Jedi Starfighter.
Yeah.
It's much better on a controller.
Yeah,
it's
much
pretty good.
better.
Much better on a controller. I figured out how to tie my PS4 controller to Windows with DS4 Windows. That's a program that just front loads and makes your computer think that you're using a 360 controller.
Right.
Or you can default that and customize the controls. So now I got Republic Commando working off of control instead of mouse and keyboard, which mouse and keyboard's not bad if you're into that, but I don't have an optical mouse and I don't have a table to put it on.
Right.
And I'm much more attuned to playing
Black
on the
construction
controller.
paper, bro.
Yeah, I know, right? But I'm just much more of a controller person in general.
Would you guys stop eating my bandwidth?
I got off the Wi-Fi.
Hey man, you're making me look for
I'm off
that
the
information.
Okay. I got an email.
He got the email
this afternoon. Thanks to our partners at Humble Bundle, the special demo version of Mighty Number 9 is now available for our backers. All you need to do is use the email address that is attached to your Kickstarter or PayPal pledge to log in to the Humble Bundle website, and the download link for the special demo version will be available. From there, you'll just need to download and enjoy. If you do not have a Humble Bundle account or unable to locate your order, please enter the email that was used to back Mighty Number 9 on the Humble Bundle order resender page.
Would you guys get mad if I said I've been playing Mighty Number 9 for a while now?
Shut up,
Dude,
dude.
I wouldn't believe it. I'm like, do I even want to believe the statement that's coming out of your mouth right now?
It only works once.
Yeah, really. It says, we are extremely sorry for the delay in delivering this demo to you, but we hope you enjoy your time with it. Also, as a result of switching to DRM free distribution, there's obviously not a cutoff date for the demo, which is cool.
Yeah, because it was initially it was supposed to be a 1 month demo, and they said that now we're going to unlock it and
Now this next
leave it open.
This next sentence is, I think, them trying to win back backers. You are also welcome to stream or record gameplay videos to share with your friends and followers. So this is something definitely that Fyro, I think, will be looking into as soon as he can find it. I think that's interesting that they're allowing that to happen with a demo, considering it's not completely built yet. But with all the things that they have dropped, all the balls that they have dropped with Mighty Number 9, I think they're really just trying to win over the masses here.
Get people
Yeah,
talking
get people
about it.
talking about it,
I
because
mean,
right now all they got is negative press.
yeah, I had reached a point last podcast where I was just like, I'm tired of hearing about it. I just want to play the game when it's out now. And so now they're talking about how it's supposed to be coming out in February 2016. So I'm like, I'm not even sure if I want to even bother playing with the demo, because the demo is the first level plus the three stages that they've shown so far. I mean, fully worked out, because the single player version of that game they have confirmed is complete.
Yeah.
The problem with the game not coming out is all the online and multiplayer stuff they're having issues with it being on the different cross platforms. So until each platform has it working, they're just not going to put it out.
So this second email that I got from 2 hours ago, they released the Mighty Number 9 release date. So I guess we're trying it again. Mighty Number 9 will release in North America on February 9th, 2016, and will release for the rest of the world on February 12th, 2016. So my daughter will be 1 year old.
Yeah. How about that?
Oh my god, my daughter is going to be a year old already. So,
I'll almost be 35 by the time that comes out. I don't know how
You've been waiting since you were 20.
All right. I've been waiting 13 years for this moment.
All right.
I feel the one thing though about the permission to upload video footage is that it might backfire, because with all the bad publicity that it's already had, if it gets if it's not a good demo, then they're gonna get even more bad publicity. I mean, people will be talking about it, sure, but I feel like if it's not a good demo and everyone's uploading their videos of a horrible demo, it's gonna crash and burn.
I mean, people have already been complaining that the footage that they've been showing isn't what they were expecting, because everybody expected the game to look like that concept art that they had, and it was all hand drawn, real stylized. But they said up front, this is a concept art. The game is not gonna look like this. This is the kind of mechanic that we're going for. This is the theme that we're going for, but it's not going to look like this. There's no way we have the ability to just do that with the handful of people that we've got, and it's running off of the Unreal. I think at the time it was the Unreal 3 engine, because the Unreal 4 wasn't out yet.
Speaking of Unreal 3 engine, did you guys see
Kakariko Village?
The Kakariko Village on Unreal?
Have you seen Zora's domain?
The domain. Oh
like,
my
Nintendo,
gosh.
if you guys have ever wanted to just slam one out of the park, just throw Zelda in the Unreal 4. It's a free engine. Just have some no level babby dude handle it over the course of X amount of time. He can get it done.
I mean, if these are like fans that are able to pull this off, I mean, people that have the backing of these creators and publishers should be able to pull something off. I mean, come on, get it done, Nintendo. Oh,
I don't know. I mean, Zelda got pushed back.
Yeah,
and now we know, because it's not gonna be showing up on this console, which is very disappointing, very disheartening. And Star Fox has been knocked back a little bit, and people are thinking, "Oh, this is the end of Nintendo." They're not realizing that Splatoon is just killing it right now. Like, I've never seen anything with a groundswell this hard for a new IP in a really long time, and they just put out content after content to the point that Disney Infinity 3.0 put out a mode by the team at post-launch literally called Squid Wars. It's literally the mall map from Splatoon with paint guns, with the idea of painting the walls 4v4. Yeah. I was just like, well, they know what's going on. Yeah. To the point where like Splatoon mechanics have been recreated in Minecraft. Yeah. Everybody's like, trying to do the thing because the thing is done just so well. Like, Nintendo knows something. Let's sit in the reins and see what happens with it.
Splatoon was actually part of the, I'm not sure if it was already come up in a previous podcast, but the Nintendo World Championships, 2015.
Yep.
It was one of the games, and I was like, that's a cool game. That's a cool game.
So I'm not worried about Nintendo's future, but the future I don't care about at all is Konami. They can go. Yeah. They can go.
Code their way to
hell. They're done.
They're done.
I mean,
rest in peace.
They said they're not backing out of AAA development, but they've canceled all platforms except for Pro Evolution Soccer.
It's like when someone texts you and you're just texting them back one word at a time, just like
yeah. And even then, Pro Evolution Soccer on the PC, it's not the proper version. They promoted it as being the next gen version or the current gen, but they really got the 360 and the PS3 versions of the game. That's terrible.
That's dirty.
That's super scumbag. Like, it's going to cost us more to develop the PC specs because PCs can handle so much more than the console version. So let's just give them the old version. But we want people to buy it, so they marketed it as if they were getting the current version of graphics and textures and whatnot. And then the way they sell it on Steam, because it's sold through Steam, it's sold in a bundle, but it's bundled with just itself. Who makes a bundle for a game that just has the game? Not even like the game and like season pass for stuff. It's just the game. But because it's in a bundle, when you go to buy it, the user reviews are locked off, so you can't see all the bad reviews that people are leaving for this game.
You accuse them of cheating? Really? I mean, these people literally invented the cheat code.
They used to have a code once. They used to have a code once. Now they're just done. Like, I would rather see all the franchises that they have now just fade into obscurity instead of coming back as pachinko machines and mobile apps. Because I mean, they have a great legacy of titles, and I would rather them stay great and fade away than to just be brought back and slaughtered for quick cash. Yeah. See Silent Hills, pachinko, hit the lever. Jim Sterling, that's for you, buddy. I know you're not listening, but I love how you slam Konami because you're absolutely right. They're terrible and they're bad people and they need to go away.
And they should feel bad.
And they should feel
Let's
bad.
say
I mean, they don't feel bad, but they should feel bad.
They should.
Let's say perchance he is listening. Where could he find you?
Well, if he was listening, you can find us you can email us at coolercast@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter at CoolerCast. You know,
Yeah.
if he wanted to find us, but he's not going to. We're too low level.
We're too babby.
Yeah, our light isn't even 240. We can't handle it yet.
Our light level is like 3.
Speaking of light level, real quick, dude, man, for anybody who wants to harp on Destiny, shut up. This past week, they had that one mission, Lost, the story chapter, that had a hidden chapter inside it. What?
Yeah.
What game does that? I got nothing.
I can't think of one off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure there are other ones that have like secret missions.
I'm sure
within
there are, but
missions.
nothing to that.
That was pretty cool.
Nothing to that magnitude.
That was actually something different for Destiny. That was pretty
I
cool.
think that one mission alone will give them credit to whatever next DLC they put out. They won't even have to talk about it. Just let everybody explore everything on their own.
Yeah.
It'll be like the
Well, that's what
Beyonce
they're
album.
doing right
Just
now, is
drop
they're
it.
letting everybody explore right now
Or
because
what if there
so
is
much.
already something out there and you don't know it?
There is stuff out there we don't know. I'm just saying, like, because for when Taken King came out, they were like, okay, you know what, we got to win people back because people were sour on year 1. Let's show them the stuff that we're doing in year 2, but let's not show them everything. And
as
the next
sour as you
DLC,
can be.
they wouldn't have to show nothing. Just put it out. Let the people find stuff because the stuff will be everywhere.
Yeah, I might be too
Ridiculous.
busy playing Battlefront to download the next DLC. So we'll cross that bridge when we do.
I'm literally only buying a PlayStation 4 for Battlefront. Honestly, I've been spent, like I was saying earlier, I have that ingrained mentality of like I really don't need it. Ever since my 360 got the red ring, I've been like I'm good. I have the old Xbox to maybe play Battlefront 2 sometimes if I'm hankering for it.
Yeah.
But now that the actual new Battlefront is coming out, I'm like I can't say no.
I can't say no.
I
anymore.
can't say no.
I want that toy.
I want it.
No, we're all waiting. That's why we all got them.
Yeah.
I mean, Destiny was a side bonus treat that I didn't plan on, but yeah, Battlefront is the
Battlefront
end.
is
Battlefront's
the reason
end
why
goal.
we got our PS4s, pretty much.
Yeah.
So you're not wrong.
I'm not.
No, you're not wrong.
That-
Some of us want to play Kingdom Hearts 2.8, but
No, you know what? When we reported on Kingdom Hearts 2.8, we weren't sure what was going to be in it, but we were kind of hoping that it was going to be a remix again of Part 1 and Part 2. But apparently it's going to be an HD remix of Dream Drop Distance, which is the 3DS game, which wasn't bad.
It's everything from 2. It's Final Mix plus Birth by Sleep plus the Dream Drop Distance. It's all those things being stacked together. It's just missing Kingdom Hearts 1. But all the Kingdom Hearts 2 content is going to be in it.
Oh, so Kingdom Hearts 2 is in it?
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 2.5. Because the way it's numbered, the way it's named,
Yeah.
2.8, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
It's Kingdom Hearts 2.5 plus Birth by Sleep, which is
0.01.
episode 0.
Or 0.
And then Dream Drop Distance is actually in version 0.2. So that adds up to 2.8. Like, they couldn't just call it like... It's actually called 2.8 Prologue.
Okay.
Because it's deleting
If 2 is in there, then I might pick it up.
It's leading up to Kingdom Hearts
But
3.
Part 1 was really what set it all off.
Yeah, but Part 2 is really good.
Part 2 was really
That
good.
gummy ship, though.
Yeah, that gummy shit.
Like, that's the only part I've ever played from Kingdom Hearts 2.
But
It's amazing.
that Sephiroth fight in Part 1 was the best. I have to say, that was the best fight I've ever been in.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII is overrated. Overrated. Overrated.
Shut up.
Overrated.
But this podcast ain't overrated. It's over.
It's
but
over.
not, it's over, but it's not overrated.
Unless you want to rate it, thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Oh!
All right, so thanks again for listening and chatting with us this week. I'm Father of Riddles. You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Father of Riddles.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram as well, Professor Levi Athan, but that's a little long, so I shortened it to Professor Levi.
Fair enough. You can find me on Instagram at g.lux.247 because it's way easier than trying to spell the whole name I go on. But you can also find me over at infinitymutantteam.com, so please feel free to hang by there.
And this is Fyro. You can find me over at frozenboxcomics.com. and on Twitter and Facebook /FrozenBoxComics. And over on YouTube, where it's youtube.com/c/FrozenBoxVlog with a V. And thank you guys for joining us, and we hope to see you next time. And as always,
Stay
frosty.
frosty.